Well, is this an embarrassing statement, and has the youngest MP, Tejaswi Surya, there perhaps scored a self-goal, Maya? That's the interesting question. We have PKD Nambiar, political analyst who supports the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. We also have Rajiv Gowda, Rajya Sabha MP and spokesperson of the Congress party. Thank you both very much for being with us. PKD Nambiar, I want to begin by asking you, is this a self-goal?
How can that be saying something which is a hard truth? Or the records of the government, which the government, the junior Union Home Minister during the last session in the Rajya Sabha on a written reply had said that there are 17 cases have been registered primarily pertaining to the IS activities, and about 122 people have been arrested from the south of India. And most of these cases and most of these arrests have some kind of a link towards the Bengaluru. So I don't think that Tejaswi Surya, how he has said that, can be a debate, and somebody can say that I didn't like the way he had said it. He could have said it much more politely. But I think what he said precisely has got a huge value from the point of view of the kind of IS activities and other activities which has been noticed in the recent past. Please
but
note,
you don't agree that this, in a certain sense, rift in the party, given the fact that it's a BJP government in Karnataka?
No, Rishika, this is not a law and order issue. Terrorism is not nothing to do with only just a local issue. It is not even a national issue. It has even got connections with the international. In fact, the recent for your information, there was a UN report in the month of July which clearly says that there is a huge amount of IS activities which is taking place in the state of Karnataka and Kerala, primarily moving towards to Tamil Nadu and as well as Telangana.
Okay.
So, in fact,
so you're saying this is a stock-taking exercise. Respond to that, PKD Nambiar. The internal politics of the BJP at this moment could potentially hurt the investment climate as far as Bengaluru is concerned, as far as Karnataka is concerned, at a time perhaps when the state or the IT capital needs it the most?
I would rather say the other way around, as Mr. Gowda said, and I believe that I travel to Bangalore quite often. I am a person who lives from south of India, and I love the city as much as Mr. Gowda loves, or in the same way, Bangalore does not belong to one person or one party or one group of people. It belongs to the entire India, and we are all proud of Bangalore. But in the meantime, if you don't look at the
saying
truth,
things like Bengaluru has become the epicenter of terror activities doesn't inspire any confidence. It doesn't inspire confidence to even come and work in Bengaluru. Forget invest there.
I would be rather happy with the fact that if it has become a matter of discussion right now, with Tejaswi Surya's comment, I will be very happy. The reason being, when the UN has come out with a report in the month of July that Karnataka, specifically Karnataka and Kerala, is becoming a large amount of IS group, and there are 56 odd different groups are operating in this part of the country, and
but they're not talking about Karnataka. They're not talking about the south of India. He's specifically talking about Bengaluru.
So that is precisely, I said, there are 120.
The fact that terrorism persists, the fact that it's a problem, I think is something that people realize all over the world. But branding Bengaluru as a terrorism hub.
Ishita, if you would really like to know the real fact of it, because since I have been studying it, I even given some kind of a document a few days ago, so I'm very well aware about the topic. Let me tell you that more than this 122 people who have been arrested in the last few months, most of these cases have got something to do with the Bengaluru. I think Mr. Surya must have been mentioning from that particular point why this whole, most of the terror links in the south of India has something to do with it. I would rather say, because as Mr. Gowda said, Bangalore is more of like the capital of the entire south of India. There may be, that could be the reason. There is a lot of terrorism is not anymore to do with only the physical attack. It is also to do with the cyber attack, so many things. Bangalore naturally is the place where many of these activities
have happened. But is this perhaps, PKD Nambiar, the best strategy? Has Tejaswi Surya perhaps done a disservice? Is this about internal politics? I think there are a lot of interesting questions that these comments have brought up. But PKD Nambiar, Rajiv Gowda, I'm afraid that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for joining this conversation.